All right, guys, let's get into the updated build that I posted previously on the quote-unquote undefeated. Disclaimer to any of these builds. I want to make sure that it's understood that although this is a very strong build, and pretty much as built as it can be for a Royal chassis on a forward-facing ship, I do want to make sure that it's understood. As good as a ship can ever be, it is going to come down to player decisions, your utility, your communications. It isn't just a ship. But let's jump into what we are here for, which is the ship. So we'll take a look at this one. It might look a little different than the pictures I have posted. I'm not going to build it from the ground up because honestly, man, it's just a lot. So, but what I can do at least is highlight everything for you guys here. I'll go through it. Starting in the back, it's just the free entrance that you get for building the very basic trampler. That's all we have down there to start. The fortified entrance into an L-shaped cargo bay, into the parallel cargo bay, into another cargo parallel bay, into a U-shape, into a U-shape, into a U-shape. Then you're going to have the corridor into a parallel cargo bay, and then you're going to stack crew cabins on top of each other. This is important. You kind of have to do this. There is a variant. I'm not even going to go into it because I just think that the variant is just vastly weaker. You really can't weight-wise make it work and strengthen this. You need to have this double crew cabin like this for the reachability to work. But continuing the build, now that you have the bottom, we are using this reactor, by the way. I'll just point that out real quick. It is the tier 3 fully armored one. So let's get back to where we were at. You do the double crew cabin here. You're going to move up to a parallel cargo bay, okay? You're going to move into the supporting frame, into a U-shape in the front, to a support frame, to a parallel cargo bay, to a corridor, to the captain's cabin. Here on the back side, you have part of the L-shaped cargo bay here on the bottom. That will cover one tile. Next to it is the auxiliary corridor. You can, if you want, you can put a door here. I mean, I don't know. I'm indifferent about it. I think I'm just going to leave it up to you guys. It's a preference thing. You can leave it closed like we do. You can have a door there. They can't make the jump. I don't know. It is nice. I will say it can be very nice to just like come out the back if you know you're going to get boarded. You'll get a free kill all day. You see this ladder very easily. So there isn't really a downside to having a door here. I keep it closed. So what you're going to need to do now that we covered the full wraparound, right? We started at the entrance. We went all the way around. We came up to the crew cabin. We wrapped all the way back around. Now we're still back here. You are going to put on the back of the auxiliary corridor this supporting frame. It doesn't matter if it's a left-hand one or a right-hand one. I'm using the right-hand one here. You can use the left. The difference is literally just making sure to turn it the right way. Otherwise, you'll get an error and it will say like it doesn't work. So you just got to make sure you turn it. Just use this one. You'll be fine. Armaments Workshop. Nice to have, not necessary, but for weight reasons, it's better than nothing. You can see that weight-wise, we are maxed out. But yep, this is where I put that. You got to have that little frame down there to support it. We already covered that the reactor's here. You can, if you really wish, you could put a man, if I could find it. I guess not. I mean, it used to let me open this up over here on either side, but I guess not anymore. Here is some specifics about building the middle towards the front of the ship here. It's supporting frame with another corner supporting frame here. So bottom coming out of the reactor, the ladder going up to the wheelhouse, but the supporting frame right here under the wheelhouse. It's kind of hard to target for you guys, but you put that under it. Okay. That's just another weight reason. Supporting frame right here next to the wheelhouse. You have to, I want to make sure I note this. You have to have this here. You got to have the standard no railings. I mean, you could do railings, but I think it's more weight, so don't do that. But you have to have this on top of the supporting frame. If you take it away, you'll see that reachability isn't there. Even if you do the ladder, you have to have the floor. Okay, I have one on each side. I do not have in front of the reactor. I'm trying to give you an angle here. If you look, there's no floors in the front down here on the bottom. It's not necessary. You don't need it. Make sure you have the hatch on either side. I actually think you could get rid of one hatch, but it's still nice for mobility. Let me see. Nope, it's mad. All right, so yep, you got to have both hatches on both sides for reachability. All right. So outside of the base build, okay, because that, like, everything here, starting from entrance, this is what I want to give you guys, so that way you can mess with it and you can tailor it however you want to. What I would not suggest changing is the track. Okay, this is pretty much as optimized as it can be. I'm no fucking genius, but I've messed with it a lot, and I just don't see how you are going to add any more armor to her at all. She's very layered. You have the 2 battering rams in the front, and then you got cargo bay, cargo bay, cargo bay. You have 3 of them. So she's beefy in the front and the bottom, and it flows, and it's a lot of doors to get to you. The only thing that's kind of questionable, we've debated getting rid of, is this particular hatch right here. I'm going to leave this up to you guys. This is optional. You can have it. You can take it away. This is totally your choice, okay? It's quicker, I guess, by 3 doors. So if you want, and it's right behind a turret. However, just keep it in mind, it would then be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they'd have to blow this 8. It'd be 8 C4 to get to this hatch. And then players could start scrambling all around your deck, as opposed to 9, 10. So you're saving yourself 2 C4 basically, or buying yourself 2 C4. Personally, even having a 3-man team board us, which we have had happen, they actually usually never make it all the way down. Like, they get far, just about to this corner, and then that's it. So up to you. This is preference. We have it open for now until we probably get bit in the ass for doing it, and then we'll probably close it. Moving on with the build. We used to leave these open. We don't anymore. It is kind of like one of the front line of defenses for the top. So it's not like super suggested to leave extra ammo or power-ups, or util, is what I mean by power-ups. Things like dome, reflector, amplifier, orbitals, great silences, hand smokes, whatever. You get what I'm saying? We used to leave it here, especially with ammo. We kind of, how you would play it in Rust, where it's like spread your loot. That's what we do now. We just choose on the fly. We'll either use this hall, this like parallel hall right here. We will use that for util. Maybe we'll use this hall for ammo. Or sometimes we're just lazy and we do put it in here. But we do keep the doors closed. There is times where it's like people board us, and it's rare when people board us. But if they do, at least all this is closed and they can't access it, obviously, without C4 or blowing it open. But it buys you a lot of time. We used to leave boxes of ammo up top. We have been griefed by doing that. Lesson learned. We still come out of it. It's fine. But it's like, players are going to be able to pick up those boxes and just run off with them, or throw them overboard to grief you. So it's like, less that you leave up top, the better. To finish this build out in the front, it was pretty obvious. I did do a bridge here and like 2 bridges stacked on top of each other. I was having a really annoying time with the new jump, that they did. where it's really short. It's been really annoying to like run up here at an angle. Like if the ship is ever like looking up at the sky because we're like going on an incline, it's really hard to jump up here, man. It is so annoying. The easiest way to do this jump here, I wouldn't even recommend using the ladder, although you can. I wouldn't even recommend it. I think that's slower. This helm, or this wheel, sorry, is an easy, you just jump once, look to your left, you jump again. Like your character's like glued to it. It's very, very easy to do this jump. Once you do it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's very quick. Let me explain something some of you know, some of you may not know. These fucking things are overpowered. They're overpowered for 40s, okay? The armored turrets. They're broken, in my opinion. Way too strong. But let's talk about it like a little bit. To open it up here so you can see inside, you can see the metal patches. There are 5 of them because it has 5k HP, 1k per patch. There is no really good use with anything that is not like 80 wise. I wouldn't recommend putting an 80 into it. If you've used a sniper, if you've never been in an armored turret, when you use an armored turret, it gives you the same exact scope as the sniper. That's what you're looking down, except you cannot zoom in anymore. Like here's how I'll compare it. You put an 80 on the one I'm highlighting now, and you put an 80 in here. Okay. On this 80, that's not in the armored turret, you can aim down sights to snipe with it, right? That's pretty normal. We're all used to that. That's really nice. Now, let's jump over here to the armored turret. You have an 80 in here. We'll just say it's like a pristine. Anything from rusty to pristine. You jump on your 80 in the armored turret, you can't zoom in. You can't aim down sights. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know, whatever issue. We've messed with it a lot. You cannot zoom in with an 80. So sniping with it is very hard. However, what we will say is that okay, sorry, my game crashed. So that was cool. Let's jump back into it really quick. So anyway, to get back to the 80 situation here, you can't zoom in with it. If you have a red 80 or an experimental 80, you can like snipe with it. It's hard though, because a little bit depends on your range. You would be blind firing if you were at a distance, but with the 80, the red one, it is pretty much point click, so it works in the armored turrets if you have a red 80. If we bring one in, we'll pop it like up here. But also, it's so nice to aim down sights with a red 80. We've been leaving it here. Typically, though, we run red 40s in either side here. Red 40 here, red 40 here. We put in this specific spot purposely a 70 millimeter shotgun. Usually it doesn't matter what quality, but 70 millimeter shotgun, obviously red would be the best, but 70 there, 80 here. Okay. This is where we only have 180. We used to do 80, 40, 80, 40. If you watched the last video on this build before I've changed it, that's what I used to say, 80, 40, 80, 40. It is 40, 70, 80, 40, and it has worked immensely better. It is a much better setup. We have another 70 up here. I have quite a few clips. I just don't post them. But there's quite a few clips of where, dude, this thing is nuts. I don't know if it changes the 70 spread or what, but I'm telling you, dude, it feels like I hit from so much farther away. I could have just gotten lucky on some of these fights that we had, but like, holy crap. Very, very strong. You're 70. You cannot be killed off of the turret. It's a 70, dude. Like, it's just super strong. This build entirely, this whole thing is meant to be up close. Like, you don't want to sit far back anymore and just tee off. You only have 180 to snipe with, which is a downfall. The more 80s, kind of the better. At least in 6-mans. In 3s, you can get away with 1. In 6-mans, you're gonna want more than 180 because you do want to rotate around the different turrets. If I sniped, from this one and I missed, you're going to want to rotate to another 80. Don't sit here and reload it all slow. You're going to get picked off, all right? So at any rate, these armored turrets I raised up. They used to be down here. I think the picture I posted in Discord, I had him here in the corner. I moved them. But when they were down here in the corner, if you liked that build instead, you would just remove the cargo bays. You would move these down like so. And then you would grab a parallel. Whoops, that's not parallel. You'd grab that and you'd put it in between it. All right. So if you like this, you could do it this way. It just felt, I felt more exposed on the wheel, which is okay. This wheelhouse, honest to God, having it recessed back here, it does make it a little harder to drive the ship. But I have not had an issue with it, man. I highly advise you guys to avoid this. I just don't think you should get into the armored wheelhouses. When they break, man, there is so much to repair in there. It is insane. It's very easy to target, very easy to hit. I hope they change it. These wheelhouses, they absolutely need to be adjusted. Like, it should just break the actual oh my God, the room, right? It should just break the room, not the actual wheel. It should just like expose the wheel after, and then you can break the wheel. But it breaks the wheel when this entire thing gets hit, the whole bridge. And then you're repairing a ton of things, man. It's not worth it. Stick with the base wheel. I'll leave that up to you. It's your preference. Weight's already pretty maxed out. So, I don't know. Up to you guys. I advise against it. So you can leave these down here, and it would open up some room to add even more defense. The way that we had set it up, it was something along the lines of like just slapping another cargo bay in there, and you could see that the weight's maxed out. So if you wanted to be a little bit thicker, you could do this. This is also a very strong build. There's nothing wrong with this at all. A little bit slower to go into like a compartment to grab more ammo or whatever. It's a little bit slower. Like when they're up here, my teammates can rotate really fast. They can just slide from turret to turret, right? They could pop out, hop on an 80, hop on a 70, whatever. So this right here, this configuration, I'm gonna leave up to you guys. This is just pure preference. It's however you want to go about it. It looks nicer like this if you just really like aesthetics, but otherwise, I'm gonna stick with just how it was before. We've been running it like this, and it's been successful for us. So this is how I'm gonna rock it. I'm trying to think of the other notes I had for you guys on it because there was more, but it's escaping me. So this is the build. I gave you guys the layout. I cannot stay connected to these servers because they are awesome, and that is it in a nutshell. So if you guys have questions, you can shoot it my way. If you're, I don't know, maybe you guys come up with something cool, and maybe I learned something. Maybe you'll figure something out, a better way to configure it all, make it stronger. I used to have a much stronger back here. It's definitely a little bit weaker, but this has saved us so much. I cannot stress it. I know some of you are going to be like, oh, I'm just going to remove all of this stuff here. I'm going to pull this back, and then you're going to fill it in the front. Man, maybe that works for you. For us, this has been phenomenal. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the build. Let me know if there's anything cool that you discover with it. Oh, the note that I was going to leave you with. This is the main reason why I like them up here as well, is you do have a low range of motion with this, like, or yeah, you don't have a good like radius. They can't look down as well. They can't turn left and right as well. So your visibility is much more limited in these turrets. So the captain has to be very good at listening to his teammates and keeping them on the target. You do want to be up close so your 40s can just pound, pound, and pound, and pound, and pound. If you have experimentals in here, I'll leave you guys with the last 2 notes that I got. Red 40s in each corner. If you compare them to doing a normal 40, anything rusty to pristine, you can only put 3 stacks of ammo in them. If they're anything rusty to pristine, if they're a red 40, you could put 6 stacks of ammo. We've only discovered that to be possible in the armored turrets. So the 40s are just wild in this thing because you do not need to refill ammo often at all. In our runs, because we use them so much, we rip through about 3,500 to 4,000 rounds of 40. We're very hyper aggressive with them. We use them just willingly, dude. We just spend it. My game crashed. Of course, the game had to crash, so let's try to end this video, man. We were talking about how you could stack more ammo in the 40s here on either side. That is really overpowered. 6 stacks of it, really good. The reason why I also prefer having these up here like this, and it's becoming more popular to do so, to raise your turrets really high, is because as long as they're aiming up at this, they're not hitting this. If you have your turrets down low, they break this, or I don't know, they break this. Like do you get what I'm saying? Like it makes it easier to start splashing everything in the back. So it's like, okay, maybe we lost a row of defense by taking away a storage container down there, but by pulling their attention upwards and at these turrets with nothing really valuable behind it, they we just buy a lot of time. Like they're not, and if they're ignoring these turrets, by the way, if they ignore these turrets, man, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble. Like you do not want to leave these. If you guys ever see armored turrets, communicate with your team, take these out, keep them farmed. The second they're back and they're built, dude, remove them. Like put them on the back foot by making them repair. Like trust me, it's worth it. And then immediately once you break it, get back to drilling. But you definitely want to take these out. As long as these are up here and up high, away from, you know, our precious little reactor here, it's a big W. So that's all I got for you guys. Sorry for the constant DCs, but if you have questions, feel free to ask me. And if you guys want to know, because I know it's been inquired a lot, I've had a few DMs about it. The Roach build here, I did finish it. I'm done with this thing. And if you want the build schematic for this, I can make another video. It would be pretty easy, pretty quick to do so. It's a fun little machine. It's kind of a fun, like, Voyage pub stomper, if you will. But it is a really, really cool ship. It's fun. It's fun. This is a good time. That build's very, very strong, very good, very expensive. And then the last build, this is not done. This is just like a really quick mock-up.